Hey guys, welcome back to term two. I hope you guys had a really nice break, a lovely Easter with your families, and even though it was a bit of a weird break, a bit of a weird Easter, um, I hope that everyone's well and that you're rearing to go for this new term. Okay, boys, things are obviously going to be a little bit different this term through doing school online. So basically what I'm going to do is this video is here to run you through how our lessons will work, what you'll need to do for me each lesson. Um, and it's going to be pretty straightforward. It might take a little while to get used to, but once we do, it's going to be the same thing every time we have class. All right. So I'm going to draw you to the MASCOM, and I'm going to show you what I'd like you to do for today. Okay, so this is the MASCOM homepage is where I want you to start. Obviously, you go to period 4, year 8 RE, because that's what we've got now. You click on that and our class page comes up. Okay, there's been some new improvements that I've done to this page over the break. All right, so the first thing I need you to do is obviously to tick your attendance for this period. Okay, I don't know why it says 1 out of 25 students have completed it. No one should have completed it because the lesson doesn't start until period 4. And I'm recording this in period 2. All right, disregard the fact that it says week 2. Okay, because of the trial lesson that we had last term, that became week 1 and there was no way that we could change that technically. Okay, so please ignore that, just follow the date. This is the correct date for this week. Okay, even though it's week 1, the attendance does say week 2. Don't stress. Okay, this is where I want you to mark your attendance. Okay, so for today you go to lesson 1 because that is lesson 1, and you mark your attendance for that. Okay, I need to be really clear, gentlemen, that you are required to attend all your classes, obviously, anytime you have them. If you don't mark your attendance, then you are absent. Okay, and if you are absent, then a phone call or an email goes home from your coordinator or from myself to notify your parents that you were absent. You were not at school for this period. Okay, not good. So please make sure, first thing you do, tick off your attendance. Okay, once you tick off your attendance, that also tells me that you've been here, so you've seen my instructions and you should have no issues with not having done the work. Okay, so first thing you do, mark your attendance. Second thing you do is you go down here where it says folders, and you're going to go to the lesson that I'm going to tell you to do today. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit confusing, so please listen carefully to what I'm going to say. Gents, our class is actually miles ahead of any of the other Year 8 classes on this topic that we started on the first Christians in the early church. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort of go over a lot of the stuff that we've done as a way to reinforce our knowledge, okay? So far, all we've been doing in class is having discussions, okay? Discussions and taking notes and doing Q&As on this interesting time in history, okay? Today, we're actually going to apply the notes that we have to activities as a way of solidifying in our minds the knowledge that I want you to know, okay? So we are going to start not with lesson 1, St. Paul's journeys, okay? We're going to start with lesson 4, the first Christians, okay? So I want you to click on that, okay? And then the lesson for today is here. The work for today is here. You read through that and you do that, and then you read through this and you do this, okay? Before anyone asks, we haven't done the Road to Emmaus story, okay, but we have done the Ascension and Pentecost and all that. We are doing some of this stuff again, okay? Doesn't matter. It's good for us. It's just being done in a different way so that the material stays in our minds, okay? All right. So we are going back to the beginning as though we're starting this course again. All right. The Road to Emmaus, this story is, this takes place, okay, when Jesus has resurrected. So Jesus has just died, okay. 3 days later, he's resurrected. He appears to, first he appears to the women, to St. Mary Magdalene at the tomb in the morning when she goes to put flowers. She actually sees Jesus there. She mistakes him for a gardener, okay, but then she realizes it's him when he looks at her and calls her name. Okay, and then she goes off and tells the disciples that Jesus has risen from the dead as he said he would. Okay, this story of the road to Emmaus is when Jesus appears either on that day or on a day not too far from the Sunday of the resurrection. He appears on the road to these two people. Okay, this is an important story. Okay, so in his resurrection. Okay, so you're going to be learning about that story. Okay, and then it's going to take you to the ascension, which we did. Okay, that was the first lesson, first thing we did in this topic. The moment when Jesus leaves. Okay, so he's died, he's resurrected, he's appeared to his apostles. It's proven that he's God because he's come back from the dead. Okay, now he's going to return to heaven. Okay, and we know what that is because we did the ascension. Okay, you'll rewatch the video that we saw, the cartoon, the funny cartoon, and then you'll do this activity using your Bible, so online Bible if you wish. Okay, and that's the lesson for today. Okay, so it should be pretty easy because we've done half of it already before, but we're doing it again because I want you to know it really, really well. Okay, now all your work, gentlemen, is going to be completed in a document that I have placed in your Google Drives. Okay, so I'm just going to take you to, I'm just going to go to Mascom, bear with me. And when you go into your, actually, I should have it open somewhere. Silly me. Yeah, okay. Dashboard. If I go to Year 8 RE and you guys are Mannix, okay. Cool. You will find that I have put, I thought I had put, I haven't put. Okay, I will have put by the time you are seeing this video. A document in each of your folders saying Term 2, the early church / the first Christians. Okay, that'll be the one working document that you will have for this topic. Okay, so all work will be done in that document, if that makes sense. All work will be done in that document. Sorry, I'm jumping around now. Okay, and I will obviously check to see that you have done that work by going into your Google Drives. Okay, and again, if you haven't done that work, an email or a phone call will be sent home because you are required to do the work. It's like you're at school. Okay, so recap today, mark your attendance. Go to the folders, go to lesson 4. That's our lesson for today, First Christians. Complete the work in your Google Drive document that I've put there called Term 2. The early church / first Christians. Okay, and you obviously put the lesson. So today is Wednesday, the 15th of April. Put period 4, and then you do the work. Write the questions and the answers. Don't just put the answers. Put the question and the answers. That'll be today. And then next time when I see you tomorrow, it'll be you'll start a new page and you'll say lesson 2. Thursday, the 16th of April, period, whatever it is, and do the work there. Everything in the one document. I don't want 50 documents in your Google Drive. Okay, hope that makes sense. Gentlemen, now, as a means of communicating, I will be online during this period to answer any questions that you have about the work or about Mascom. Okay, hopefully you've had enough practice today to be ready to use this page. Okay, all you do here is communicate with me via our blog. Okay, and I'll have a new blog for each week. Today, this is week 1, and we have 2 lessons this week, today and tomorrow. So any questions that you have, you want to ask me, you do so in the blog here. Okay, and I will respond to you in real time as soon as I can, as best as I can. Okay, the blog is not to be used for casual chat. Okay, you want to talk to each other about the work or have casual conversations, do that via your social media. Okay, if you're allowed to do that by your parents, not via this page or our blog. Blog is just for work related questions that I can help you with. Okay, we won't be doing any Google Meets at this point. We will be just using the blog to communicate. Okay, and it saves all you guys sending me emails asking the same question. You ask me the question once, I will answer it once, and everyone can see it on here. Okay, and that's all I want to say for now. That's all I want to say for now, I think. Oh, actually, no, that's not all I want to say for now. Gentlemen, I still am owed one exegesis assignment from one of you. Okay, 24 out of 25 it says here. So I'm not able to give you the marks until I have got everyone's. Okay, so whoever it is, can you please submit it, or else I cannot give the marks back. Okay, also there is one person, it might even be the same one, who hasn't done their work habits yet. You need to do that. Smash it out, please. Okay, all right, gentlemen, good luck. I know it's a lot to take in, but we're gonna take this one day at a time. It is a totally new situation for everyone. We're gonna be more than fine. Okay. We're here to connect with each other and to help each other through this. All right. So please be good to yourselves. Take care, and please get into the habit of starting or concluding your lesson with a prayer. Okay, even if it's just an Our Father, a Hail Mary, a daily offering, or just your own personal prayer. I would encourage you to start each lesson with a prayer. Okay. Um, Hopefully next week I'll put a prayer for each lesson on this page, so you don't have to make up your own ones. But for this week, can you please still keep up your prayer? It's so important. Okay, so important for us to communicate with our God, to ask God to be with us during this time, to help us to do our best. And it's also so good for our mental health to pray. Okay, they say that people that pray and people that have a faith actually live 10 years longer, at least 10 years longer than someone that doesn't have faith and that doesn't have a prayer life. Okay, they're also happier people and hope-filled people. Look that one up. Okay, all right, gentlemen, enough from me. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you do the work. I will see you in period 4. Okay, via the blog. Thanks, boys. God bless. Ciao.